Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. It's me, Pia Dina. Today, I will be sharing with you Pia's travel in Greece in 2014. Come and join me as I reminisce the places I visited in Greece and sharing some information on how to get the visa, where to get it, and how long does it take. I applied my Schengen visa in the Visa Application Center in Wafi Mall of BFS Global here in Dubai. Though my travel date is first week of July, I applied my Schengen visa on the first week of May and I got it after 2 weeks. Approved. The documents I submitted when applying for a Schengen visa were fully completed and signed visa application form, 2 recently taken photos, a valid passport, round-trip reservation itinerary, travel insurance policy, proof of accommodations, and proof of financial means. And of course, you have to pay the visa fee. And since I'm residing in Dubai, UAE, I also submitted the following: visa page and no objection letter from my employer to travel on the specific dates I have given. Proof of financial means is bank statement for 3 to 6 months. I booked my ticket via Pegasus Airlines through MakeMyTrip.com. I bought my travel insurance through RSA. I booked my accommodations through Booking.com. Dreams do come true. This is my first European travel. It was a summer holiday. I spent 14 days in Greece exploring Athens, Santorini, and Mykonos. I arrived Athens, but my luggage hasn't. So, welcome to Europe, where your luggage is missing. Not to ruin my half day in Greece because of missing or delayed luggage, I decided to get lost in the street of Athens till I find my way back to the hotel. Since most of my things were in my luggage, I have no choice but to do shopping on the first day. Good thing, since it is summer, most of the shops are on summer sale. I overbought dresses in H&M. On my second day in Athens, I did a walking tour of Antiquities of Greece, visited National Archaeological Museum, the Library of Hadrian, and of course, early souvenir shoppings at Athens Flea Market. What are the places I visited in Athens beside the Acropolis? Were Lispos Marina area, Panatenai Statue, Padma Square, Olympic Stadium, and a lot of walking and getting lost in the streets of Athens. The National Archaeological Museum of Athens is the largest archaeological museum in Greece and one of the most important museums in the world, devoted to ancient Greek art. It was founded at the end of the 19th century to house and protect antiquities from all over Greece, thus displaying their historical, cultural, and artistic value. The collections numbered more than 11,000 exhibits and offered the visitor a panorama of ancient Greek culture from the prehistory to the late antiquity. The Acropolis of Athens is an ancient citadel located on a rocky outcrop above the city of Athens and contains the remains of several ancient buildings of great architectural and historical significance, the most famous being the Parthenon. The entrance to the Acropolis was a monumental gateway termed the Propylaea. To the south of the entrance is the tiny temple of Athena Nike. At the center of the Acropolis is the Parthenon or Temple of Athena Parthenos, Athena the Virgin. East of the entrance and north of the Parthenon is a temple known as the Erectum. South of the platform that forms the top of the Acropolis, there are also the remains of the ancient, though often remodeled, Theater of Dionysus. A few hundred meters away, there is now partially reconstructed Odeon of the Herodes Atticus. The Panatenai Statue, or Kalimar Maro, beautiful marble, is a multi-purpose stadium in Athens, Greece. one of the main historic attractions of Athens. It is the only stadium in the world built entirely of marble. It was rebuilt in marble by Herodotus Atticus, an Athenian Roman senator, by 144 AD and had a capacity of 50,000 seats. After the rise of Christianity in the 14th century, it was largely abandoned. The stadium was excavated in 1869 and hosted the Sapas Olympics in 1870 and 1875. After being refurbished, it hosted the opening and closing ceremonies of the first modern Olympics in 1896 and was the venue for 4 of the 9 contested sports. It was used for various purposes in the 20th century and was again used as an Olympic venue in 2004. It is the finishing point for the annual Athens Classic Marathon. It is also the last venue in Greece from where the Olympic flame handover ceremony to the host nation takes place. Padma Square is the central square of Athens. The square is named after the constitution that Otto, the first king of Greece, was obliged to grant after a popular and military uprising on 3rd September 1843. It is located in front of the 19th century old royal palace, housing the Greek parliament since 1934. Lispos Marina is the first marina of high standards in Greece with the capacity to accommodate a large number of mega yachts. It is the first marina in Greece with full land development. The Olympic Stadium of Athens is a sports stadium in Athens, Greece. It is part of the Athens Olympic Sports Complex and it is named after the first modern Olympic marathon gold medalist in 1896, Spyros Louis. The stadium hosts 2 of the biggest sports clubs in Greece, the Panatenai and the Elia Athens. The stadium served as the main stadium during the 2004 Summer Olympics. The Hadrian's Library was created by Roman Emperor Hadrian in AD 132 on the north side of the Acropolis of Athens. Athens Flea Market, the most popular one, where everyone loves it because it is very center of Athens and the prices are lower than average and you can find anything from clothes to souvenirs or vintage stuffs and a lot more. The flea market is right next to the square of Monasticary, and it is also just a minutes away from Asian Agora and many other sites worth visiting. My second destination in Greece is Santorini. I really wanted to visit Santorini since 2011. It is my first dream destination in Europe. I am inspired to visit it because of the movie For the First Time starring Casey Concepcion and Richard Gutierrez. Santorini is a famous honeymoon destination, but I went there as a solo traveler. So what? I was single at that time, and I'm still single today, and most probably, I'll still be single tomorrow. Santorini is one of the Cyclades Islands in the Aegean Sea. It was devastated by a volcanic eruption in the 16th century BC, forever shaping its rugged landscape. The whitewashed cubiform houses of its 2 principal towns, Fira and Oia, cling to cliffs above an underwater caldera crater. They overlook the sea, small islands to the west, and beaches made up of black, red, and white lava pebbles. Santorini is the most famous of the Greek islands. It is instantly recognizable for its whitewashed, cube-shaped buildings adorned with blue accents, steep cliffs, and tangerine sunsets that light up the sky and sea. On my first day tour in Santorini, we visited the volcano, hot spring, Tiracia, and Oia. The tour starts in the morning after your breakfast, where you will be picked up by the bus. It will take you to the port of Athens. You will then board the boat and start your trip to the destination, the volcano, about the distance of 15 to 20 minutes. The walk up to the volcano is about 20 minutes. After we visited the Nea Kameni, the boat continues to the island of Palaya, Kameni, where the hot springs are located. The boat anchors a few meters outside the small bay of Agios Nikolas. It lowers down a ladder in the water and from there you can swim at a distance of about 30 meters to get to the famous mud baths of Palaya Kameni, or which we believe to have beneficial abilities for the skin and other diseases. The boat remains there for about 30 minutes for swimming. After 30 minutes, the boat sails to the island of Tiracia. There we have 2 hours wait time to swim, in the crystal water of Corpus, or eating lunch in the traditional taverns with different dishes of the island. You can go on foot or by donkeys in the village of Manolas, which is very picturesque with narrow streets and nice view to Santorini, and it is worth a visit. I opted to ride the donkey. After 2 hours in the island of Tirasha, we went back to the old port sailing near the volcanic cliffs of Oia to take pictures of the unique scenery and to watch the sunset. I'm so overwhelmed to finally see Oia Santorini. I've been dreaming, wanting, and hoping to visit it since 2011, as I have said. And when it finally happened, I can't believe it. Never mind if I see couples all around. I just enjoying myself by myself. Oia is a village in Santorini, Greece. It is a coastal town on the northwestern tip of Santorini, a Greek Aegean island. The town has a whitewashed houses carved into rugged cliff tops and overlooks a vast caldera filled with water. In the 19th century mansion, the Naval Maritime Museum has exhibit on local seafaring history, including old figureheads, sailors' chests, and models of old ships. Nearby is the ruined Oia Castle, known for its sunset views. On my second day tour in Santorini, I visited Fira. Fira is the capital of Santorini, a Greek island in the Aegean Sea. The Museum of Prehistoric Tira displays items from the destroyed Bronze Age settlement of Acropolis, including wall paintings and ceramics. Nearby, the whitewashed Orthodox Metropolitan Cathedral has fired cross by local artist Christos Fotos Asinis. Fira's cliff-top location support views of Nea Kameni, a still active volcanic island to the west. Fira derives its name from the alternative pronunciation of Tira, the ancient name of the island itself. From Fira, there is a panoramic view of the 18 kilometers long caldera from southern Cape Acrotiri to northern Cape Ag. Nicholas plus the volcanic island Nea Kameni at the center with Tirasha Island. Large cruise ships anchor in the small harbor between Nea Kameni and Fira. When you walk around in Santorini, all you can see is beauty in Fira and Oia. I carefully planned my visit to Santorini because I want the best of it. From watching the sunset in Oia, from walking around Fira, from enjoying the beaches, from wine tasting. You can enjoy premium quality wine at one of the finest wineries located in Pyrgos village. You can taste a variety of wines in a well-decorated outdoor space while enjoying lunch or live music. These spots give you a dreamy view of the breathtaking caldera, the volcano, and the mighty Aegean Sea. If you're thinking on bringing your partner there, you should consider visiting in the evening where there's a place gets really romantic with the sunset colors. But unfortunately, since I'm single at that time and still single today and most probably single by tomorrow, so I was alone by myself enjoying the wine by myself. While I was in Santorini, I also visited the Acropolis excavation. It's an opportunity to see the excavations of the prehistoric settlement of Acropolis. You can actually walk through the debris of this well-maintained town and be transferred to the prehistoric era. It is a must-visit place for people who find pleasure in learning about history and exploring archaeological sites. Some important finds are also exhibited and you can admire them at the Museum of Prehistoric Terra in Pira. And if you are a food lover just like me, you will definitely enjoy the Greek cuisine. Santorini Island produces unique products that are known for their mouth-watering taste. Your trip to the island of Santorini will be incomplete without visiting a traditional tavern to taste local dishes such as the paba, tomato fritters, militsa salata, made from white eggplants, Greek salads with capers and wine. And of course, you have to go to sea tavern to try fresh fish and seafood while enjoying majestic views of the island, which I all did. I felt very happy just walking around Oia, especially on the main street, which is Nikolai Numidko. I felt so accomplished just stepping on Oia. One of the most popular attractions in town is the sunset viewing. It is a very special event every evening in Oia, from the sunset ceremony point. At this time, the town is crowded with people to watch the spectacle when the white houses and the caldera catches all the colors of the setting sun for a few seconds. I've seen it with my own eyes. It's very lovely, amazing, that I forget that I am single or alone because I am in a big crowd where we all enjoying the sunset view in Oia. Is visiting Santorini expensive? Yes, because the prices is twice as expensive as Athens. If you want to experience once-in-a-lifetime experience of traveling in Santorini, you better save up and go for it. Santorini safe? Yes, very safe. It is a safe place to visit for tourism and as a whole country also. What you saw in the news or what you read in the newspaper is not what's happening in all parts of Greece, especially in Santorini. So you can go there and enjoy. If you are on a budget, you can allocate 110 to 125 euros per day. That includes your accommodation, your food, and your some tours. There are lots of group tours in Santorini where you can join and explore the Santorini. Just keep in mind that Santorini draws thousands of tourists every day. If you want to save up, do not stay in expensive hotels or resorts in Oia, but instead find cheap hotels or budget accommodations in Fira. But of course, it is a different story if you're going there with your husband or wife for a honeymoon. Again, things to do in Santorini are walks, wine tasting, history, learning about the ancient history, sunsets, watching sunsets, swimming, from your infinity pool to the different beaches, etc. And of course, if you have enough money, go for tours. You can join group tours, you can join private tours to visit different places within Santorini, from winery visit, archaeological tours, sunset watching, and more. And of course, the popular cruise and the classic itinerary that takes to caldera volcanic islands of Mykonos and Panatenai, which includes stop at the former craters and the later hot springs. Welcome to Mykonos. Just when you thought you had a glimpse of Athens and Santorini, here is another most famous Greek island, Mykonos. Located in the Siglatic region of the beautiful Aegean Sea, Mykonos offers amazing beaches, beautiful natures, picturesque villages, delicious Greek food, and a chic lifestyle. It is very famous also for nightlife. If you compare which is better, Santorini or Mykonos, the scenery, views, sunset, and natural beauty of Santorini are unrivaled by Mykonos or any other Greek islands. Mykonos is not without its beautiful spots but for scenes that are truly jaw-dropping. Santorini wins hands down. Santorini is more romantic and much better suited to a honeymoon or couple's vacation. Mykonos attracts the rich and the famous, the natural beauty, the picturesque Chora, and the gorgeous beaches. The beach life of Mykonos are very attractive to the famous superstars. So, visiting Greece is not complete without visiting Mykonos. Mykonos is more expensive than Santorini, but it is still worth visiting. On my first day in Mykonos, I could not know anyone not mesmerized with the beauty of it. I enjoyed the beaches in Mykonos, though I must say that beaches in Palawan and Boracay can beat them. I like the most the Paradise Beach than the Super Paradise Beach. I got super shocked in Elia Beach, which is a nude beach, so I stayed only 30 minutes there and hopped in the boat to bring me back in the Paradise Beach. Chora Beach is the beach in front of my hotel. I enjoyed the beaches in the morning where most of the tourists were still sleeping. There are lots of beaches in Mykonos, but I only have seen, visited, and explored 5 beaches: the Super Paradise Beach, the Paradise, the Elia, the Agria, and Chora. Super Paradise is a party beach. It gets crowded and loud, but the water and the views are just perfect. The calm waters also attract families and couples on honeymoon. This is not the gay beach on the island, but it remains popular choice among gay men due to the frequent parties. Elia Beach is the largest beach on the island with space for everyone. The crystal clear water is always inviting. Nudism is common. It's also known as Mykonos Gay Beach, but you'll see that it attracts all kinds of people. Elia Beach is the nude beach which I am not referred to see. Paradise Beach is the most famous party beach on the island, filled with bars, places to eat, drink, and shop for beach essentials, as well as there's a frequent bus connection to Mykonos town. Keep swimming in the Paradise Beach. could just simply adore Mykonos, the sky, the clouds, the white town, the clear water in the sea, the cool wind touches your face and skin, the cool water in the sea, the beautiful Mykonos. I took ferry from Athens to Santorini, Santorini to Mykonos, and Mykonos back to Athens. I bought my ticket on my first day in Athens. Those are fast-track ferries which usually cost 30 to 70 euros. It depends on the season. In Mykonos, you will find the famous Little Venice, the windmills, and the narrow streets which looks a maze, but you will never get lost. It's always a busy streets, and all good-looking in white with a bit of blue. I both enjoyed and amazed by the beauty of Santorini and Mykonos. I am glad that I include Mykonos in my 14 days travel in Greece. If you ask me how much is my budget during my Greece travel, I allocated 2,000 euros, excluding the visa and the air tickets. But during that time, in 2014, I think I only spent around of 1,700 euros for 2 weeks because I spent also some of it for shopping. And just when you thought you had a great holidays that is about to end, something happened that you can only see in the movies. And guess what? I was at the port 2 hours early, going back to Athens from Mykonos. I was waiting at the port, knowing that it is the correct port that is stated on my ferry tickets, without realizing that there's an old port and new port. I arrived in the old port, but my ticket going back to Athens is in the new port. I only realized it 15 minutes before disembarking. Usually, the people start disembarking 30 minutes before the departure time. The distance from the old port to new port is only 1 kilometer, but it is not a walkable path. You have to ride a mini vehicle. So I called the mini vehicle, he drive fast to the new port, and guess what? While he was driving, we saw the ferry being closed. Me and the driver of the vehicle were waving at the ferry to stop and wait for me. To make the story short, I was left by the ferry, and I have to buy a new ferry ticket going back to Athens. The story of my life. Delos Island. It is a must-see island when you are in Mykonos. Half-day tour is enough, 2 hours in the island and 45 minutes on each way up on the boat. I thought it was the Lost Island, but indeed the name is Delos Island. Archaeological sites of the Lost Island. Terrace of the Lions at the archaeological sites of the Lost Island. The island of Delos is one of the most important methodological, historical, and archaeological sites of Greece. The excavation in the island are among the most extensive in the Mediterranean. Ongoing work takes place under the directions of the Directorate of Antiquities of Cyclades, and many of the artifacts found are on display at the Archaeological Museum of Delos and the National Archaeological Museum of Athens. Delos had a position as a holy sanctuary for a millennium before Olympian Greek methodology made it the birthplace of Apollo and Artemis. From its sacred harbor, the horizon shows the 3 conical moons that have identified landscapes sacred to a goddess in the other side. One, retaining its pre-Greek name Mount Kintos, is crowned with a sanctuary of Zeus. The tiny uninhabited island of Delos is a World Heritage Site. It is just a short ferry ride from Mykonos, with departures from Mykonos town in the morning and return trips in early or mid-afternoon. Indeed, my first Europe travel is memorable and unforgettable. And this is the beginning of Pia's travel in Europe. Watch out for my incoming vlogs on my Europe travel in Italy, France, Germany, Czech Republic, and a lot more. I hope you enjoyed this video, reminiscing Pia's travel in Greece. If you have any comments, suggestions, or questions, just write it down below in the comment section. As always, thank you for watching and keep supporting my channel. It's me, Pia Dina. And I sit back here and have another wine at Santorini. Bye! Please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon for notification. Like, comment, and share. Watch out for my next video, my currency collection.